What's up, everybody? Welcome to the GameOverGreggy Show. I am one of your hosts, Greg Miller, alongside the producer/seducer, Nick Scarpino.
Top of the morning to you, Greg.
Top of the muffin to you! It's from Seinfeld.
Yes.
With an exclamation point.
Yes.
Over here, the Pride of Long Island, Colin Moriarty.
Hi.
Hey, how are you?
I'm alright.
Wearing that gray polo. Rocking it the only way you know how.
Yeah,
like
on
a badass!
On my body.
On your body, also another
I feel
way
like
to
it's
do
been
it.
weeks since we've all been together.
It has been. We recorded those 2 in a row. Spoiler alert for how we do the show. Then we went to Comic-Con. Colin wasn't there. You guys were stressed out and I never saw you. Now we're back to our regular lives.
Back and
oh,
forth.
finally, I'm sorry, running out the group, of course. The pure one, Tim Gettys.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Hi, guys.
Still searching for a new catchphrase.
I'm trying, man. It's really awkward.
There it is. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, if you didn't know, the GameOverGreggy Show is simple. Every week, 4, sometimes 5 best friends gather around this table. Each bring a random topic of conversation for discussion and your amusement. If you like that and you think we're kind of funny, you go over to GameOverGreggy.bandcamp.com each and every Friday and buy the MP3 for $1. It's all we ask. It's the entire show. It's not broken up at all. If we're not worth the $1, don't worry. It's not a big deal. You can wait and go to youtube.com/GameOverGreggy. Monday through Thursday, each and every topic is broken out, and you get to see them as you wish. Then on Friday, the whole show posts again on YouTube. But then you just go over to Bandcamp and buy the other one for $1.
Yeah. I can tell you right now, next week's episode is going to be worth $1.
Next week's is. Why is that?
I would say this week, but if they're listening this week, they're not going to buy it then. Oh, wait, no, that doesn't make sense. This week's worth $1. Buy this week.
Tim just broke the laws of
But what does that
space
even
and time.
mean? Then if they're already listening, then you're at best case scenario, they're watching this on Monday, and they're like, "Oh, I should buy the rest of the topics."
I want them to come back. Yeah, I just realized that, but I was trying to get them to come back next week and buy the topic because I can just. We're going to bring our A game next week. This is our.
What is this, the D game?
No. We're bringing a B plus.
What? I always bring an A minus.
I'm bringing the straight A and maybe a little bit of D today.
Ooh, you're bringing the D?
Here's
Just
the
a little
thing.
bit.
You're bringing a
That
little bit
makes
more
that
than
makes
I
a lot
thought
of
you were
sense.
going somewhere special because next week there's a special guest joining us.
So I'm excited about this.
Yes.
There's a special guest that we don't even know about. Greg's
Right.
just.
Is it Karl
You know?
Lagerfeld?
I don't even know who Carl Waterfield is.
Is it Tommy Hilfiger?
No, it is not him.
Is it
Hilfinger?
Kel Mitchell?
He wasn't even squeaking this till you took it away from him.
I didn't take it away from him.
You know
It was
what?
around.
You know what?
By the way, real quick, Nick was saying that Tim was traveling through space and time. He is, because I noticed that his watch says March 30th on it.
Nope. That is Martes, which is Spanish for Tuesday.
Oh, left the goal open on that one, didn't you, Catfield?
But
Catfield.
Yeah.
it is Wednesday today, guys. So my watch.
Wait.
is still
So
wrong.
the watch uses the days of the week in Spanish.
And it's not even the right time.
And it's off.
It's all.
True, yeah, true story. Tim, when he bought that, I was with him when he bought that watch, and I was like, what kind of functionality do you want in a watch? And he's like, I just want a watch. I don't care if it tells time.
I just want to watch.
I don't care if it has the date. It doesn't matter. I just want to wear a watch.
But then once I heard about the Spanish functionality,
that was it. Because you get to practice your español.
Yeah.
And that's importante.
Very importante. Muy importante.
Está muy importante.
You're
Sorry,
a weird
guys.
one.
Sorry,
You're
everyone.
a weird one.
I am a weird one.
That's why you drink those weird Cokes.
Yeah.
Here's something that's been going around, Nick.
What's that?
Before we get to the business of actually bringing topics, we discussed for a while what to call our viewers.
We did. It was right in front of us the entire time.
What did we decide on finally? We've gone around and we had goats for a while.
We had Jaspers for a while.
We had the scumbags for a while.
We did not have
We never had
for a
scumbags.
while,
You were
so
trying
that
to make
was
this
not
a thing.
That was not.
I want everyone out there to know
You
that
wanted
we are
it
so
bad.
vehemently against using that word, except for Greg, who
was
tried to
it?
make it a thing over and over again unilaterally.
And he's so loud, and he's so good at making things.
Because he goes like this. He's kind of sweating after like 10 beers, and he's like, scumbag. And then he just looks like right through you. He's not even looking at you, just through you. And you're like, oh, crap.
And then he called Nick a scumbag, trying to act like that's in any universe.
That's where it started. It started with, how do we describe Nick? And I said scumbag.
Nick's a
And then we went down.
scumbag. That guy's a
really
fucking scumbag.
horrible scumbag. And I'm like, that's not cool. You're like, no, that's what they say to people in Ireland.
I think it's a lovable trait.
It's not.
They say a lot of mean things.
Lovable traits like when you call someone Little John, who's like really big. And you're like, we know you're big, but we're just going to call you little because you're,
It's ironic.
Yeah, it's ironic.
We couldn't use that here?
I mean...
Because I guess I mean it in a literal sense.
Yeah,
Kind
you
of a
literally think I'm a
scumbag.
scumbag.
Like some bitch. That's a term of endearment. Some bitch.
We can totally get Scumbag to that point.
No.
If you're not open to it, which you
We
clearly
shouldn't
aren't.
open up this fucking can of worms.
Clearly
I'm
aren't.
really not, because Scumbag is.
I know it's over. I'm
it's
not even.
derogatory.
You're the one talking about it. I think we could.
I was not. I was
we could have
more-
made it prorogatory, and it would have been great.
I was more offended that you were calling Nick a scumbag, and trying to act like that's just not one of the worst things you can call someone.
It's terrible. It's terrible.
You're like, I love you. You are a scumbag. It's like
Douchebag has come around. You
It's
can
like-
call people douchebags, and it's not
Nah,
offensive.
it's
No,
still
you
not a term
can't.
it's not a term of
It's
endearment.
not a thing.
Sadly. He's
It's
my
like
lovable
rewrite my
douchebag.
Father's Day card.
yeah. It's just, I don't know. I just don't know if it works like that.
Great.
It's like,
All right. So,
Getting back
anyways,
to the topic, Greg. Why don't you? It's the Game Over Greggy Show.
yeah, but I didn't coin this term. You guys did. I agree 100% with it. I think it's the easiest way.
what?
Tim,
Yes.
tell the
Guys.
audience. Tell them what they are to us.
So the four of us.
Yeah.
And all of you.
Right.
You're our friends. But you're not just our friends. You're our best friends.
You're our best friend.
So if you want to be a best friend of the show, go tell your friends to be best friends. We are now all best friends. Gathering around this table.
This table.
Do we need to change? How do we open? Do we need to change that part of it now?
Well, I just say we are the
sometimes
75,000
five.
best friends that anyone can have. We're the 75,000 best friends
That's just a rip
75,000.
off.
that anyone can
You're
have.
ripping off the Hangover.
Maybe we have a much bigger number. There's
Four.
power in numbers.
Sometimes five if we include you. You got to tell me in the comments below.
We'll think about that.
Yeah, wait,
but
one
thanks
on
so
that
much for being friends, guys. And thanks so
Well,
much for supporting the show.
Yeah. No, I guess they are kind of around the table.
Travel back again. Damn, you had it. I didn't get
Why
it.
are you guys singing the last lyrics of the song and then going back to somewhere in the middle of the song? Greg's the worst in music because
And if you throw a party,
And invited everyone you knew.
you would see
The biggest gift would be from me, and the card attached would say, "Thank you for being a friend."
now this is when Greg goes back to the first verse.
travel around the world and back again.
But the real, like, Greg and I have done some of those videos where I play the guitar and Greg will sing. And I have to instruct Greg. I'm like, you don't come in early. You come in when you're supposed to come in. Greg doesn't understand how music works.
True,
in that sense.
Every
he just
single
kind
time.
of does whatever he wants. Like when we're singing a song and you like just jump right to the next level. You gotta sing. in
No,
your
see,
head.
that's the problem. Is that Colin thinks music matters, and that the beats and the drums and all this shit is what makes music music. What makes music is the soul, man.
yeah.
You got to get out there.
Or-
And I'm sorry, Colin, if I'm a little too Aretha Franklin for you, where it's gonna change every time I sing it. But I could say all filler.
Or I guess what also makes music
we gotta
is
put you to bed.
your continual insistence to confuse the Beastie Boys with Deep Purple.
Oh, no one knows that story.
Oh, that's a great story. So every time we start the camera, Greg has to sync.
No,
this
every
is
time
clock.
you say something and I go
I said,
to.
Greg, I'm about to roll the camera. Can you sync your clock so we know how much time has passed? And he goes, yes, I'm ready. And I go, 3, 2, 1, kick it.
Down, 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 down.
And
It's so good.
It's no one to go.
I think it's the same. Those two chords are the same.
They're
bar
not.
chords.
They're not the
Wait,
same.
wait,
They're
think
the
of-
same
where's-
chords
no,
and
listen,
wrong
listen,
progression.
So I'm trying to. Oh, I gotta pull it up now.
No,
I
it's
think
bop.
those are. Kick it. Ding. Yeah, I honestly think that the like
The
two
chord,
of those three
the
chords
notes
are the
might
same.
be the same,
That's
but
what
they're
I'm
not
saying.
the same progression. They're
Yeah.
Oh, no, the progression's
They're
not the
just
same.
a different rhythm. Anyway,
I still can't remember what comes next.
kick it.
What's the real chords? It's all ruined. Don't do it where we have to go copyright strike.
I'm not gonna get the copyright strike.
Tim, tell him.
I'm blanking right now.
No, I mean the copyright strike.
Oh, yeah, no. Copyrights happen. Strikes.
Copyrights
Thanks,
happen.
YouTube.
Copyrights do happen. That's
Yeah,
true.
they do.
How much different would the world be if there were no such thing as a copyright strike? I would put up full movies online.
I mean, it'd be like Twitch is now.
Here, put it in my ear. That way we can plausibly deny that we put it to the microphone.
Yeah, those chords are the same.
yeah, but it's bum
It's-
bum bum
Yeah,
bum.
but so then we're talking.
Yeah.
What are we
Greg's
talking
like
about?
gar gar gar.
I'm just doing it slow. I just need to
gar,
slow it
gar.
down.
Bum, bum, bum. That's the bum.
Like, I think that they're just inverted.
Jesus.
It's the best podcast ever. Thanks for being a best
What have we
friend.
talked
I
about?
told
for
you
the
guys
last
next
few
week.
minutes?
God damn it. So,
We're the weirdest
where
people.
are we at?
Nick,
I'm trying to
Yes,
hear it.
it's my topic.
your time to lead.
Thanks everyone who decided to click on those videos. The one that won, and remember, if you have a topic, please tweet it at me at Nick_Scarpino.
To bring you up to speed, because it's still a new thing. You tweet these topics.
Tweet 'em at
from
me.
day one, you've been bringing topics from the community to the table. That's what you do.
Makes
so
me
what we
happy.
started doing now is that you do the topic that is
Right.
picked from the community that you voted on this.
Right.
At the end of the topics, we put up the 2 choices. You click on them, then you like the video. Don't leave a nice comment and like the comment. That's what Nick said originally. You like the video, you vote on that
Thumbs
one.
up the comment.
If you like topic number 1, click on the water glass.
Again,
on-
nothing is up yet.
If
Click
you
on
like
this
the
glass.
we gotta
second topic, click on the Coke
click on
bottle.
the tip of Tim's nose.
I was wondering where you're going with that one, and you
I
ended up on
went,
nose.
I went soft with it.
Yeah.
I didn't go hard.
All right. So who won from last?
So
week's
the person
poll?
that won last week's poll is
won.
at Necturn, who said, "Hey Nick, topic idea. If you were given complete control of a beloved franchise, how would you run it into the ground?" Cheers.
I really like that.
So the question is, what franchise would it be, and how would you run it into the ground? This could be casting someone in it. It could be taking a dev team and putting it on a game that you love. It could be making a game that you love, a completely different game, like a side scroller or top down. I don't know. What do you guys want to do? What's it
I
going
think
to be?
we should stick to movies and movie
You wanna go
franchises.
movie franchises?
we wanna
Okay.
ruin. To narrow it down. See, I put Darth Vader up originally for the vote because you think of a franchise that got ruined. Colin's in my head. I hear him yakking about Grievous, Star Wars ruined. But now I get to ruin something cherished to somebody.
Again, you ruin things every day.
What did I ruin? Well, yeah, but not on a wide.
Classic.
It's
Greg.
really just you. I really just ruin things for you.
Yeah.
So now I get to ruin something. I don't know. I don't have a good answer yet. On a wide. I mean, I jumped to Star Trek, but it's so easy because I'm thinking Star Wars. But Star Trek's had this resurgence. You know what I mean? It had the really popular fan base for a while. The TV show was doing well. They had the Patrick Stewart. Everybody liked him.
Oh, so good.
Then the movies came out. And the movies, better than the TV shows. They're bringing people in. And people weren't as offended with the movies. Correct me if I'm wrong, Trekkies. But the
People
Trekkies
were pretty
seem-
offended with the movies.
But they weren't as offended in Star Wars. Star Wars is like rotten cheese if
Right.
you're a Star Wars nerd.
Well, it's because that's all you had for the longest time with Star Wars. At least Star Trek, you've got 5 series to compare to the movies. You've got the original series. You've got a long lineage of good stuff that came before it that you have kind of a right to be pissed off if they screw something up. But at the same time, you can't be that pissed off because go back and watch Deep Space Nine like I'm doing right now, which is on par with Voyager. Not quite better, not quite worse just yet. But I'll keep you guys posted.
I mean, it'd be easy to do Batman. Do a new Batman movie and make it really crappy. Like, you know what I mean?
But
Ruin
why
it.
would you? What's your goal?
How do you make it
What's the
crappy?
goal? It's just said, how would you ruin a beloved franchise? It wasn't. It didn't say anything.
Oh, I
about
thought it was. Sorry, I took it as which one do you want to run into the ground?
Oh, do we want to do it that way?
How would you run it into the ground?
Oh, just
Was the
how?
question.
Yeah,
Which
but I
one
mean-
would you want and how would you run it
Okay,
into
then
the
I got to
ground?
rethink.
Yeah, because like, why would you like? There's a million ways how to run things in the ground.
So,
but
for instance,
what's the
you would
motivation?
take Fast and Furious.
Yeah, but why would I ever want to do that?
It's the question of how would you do it? Is the more
Set
fun?
it in 19th century England, and it's all about horse racing.
That would
I
actually
know,
be
man.
baller.
Pretty fast.
Hit the
Dude.
nose!
All right, we're talking.
That horse has got nose!
We're talking a little too much about procedural issues, so let's talk about Game of Thrones. I would take Game of Thrones and ruin it by deviating completely from the books because I know that would just drive everyone insane. Now I know that they've deviated a little bit, left some characters out,
A little bit.
but I would just kind of go in a completely random
But
direction
why?
with it, just to annoy everyone. Well, I mean, we're
Yeah,
talking
why
about,
would you do any of this?
I don't know.
Why
I
did
mean,
Sam Raimi ruin Spider-Man with Spider-Man 3? He just did.
I mean, we're asking these questions, but this was the topic that was brought up.
Yeah,
So
we're
I
not
don't
saying
I don't
this is
have
a
any
good- We're not saying
reasons.
this is a good idea. This is the topic that was
You
submitted.
have to do this. There's a
How-
gun to
how
your
would you do
family's
it?
when I
head.
hear that, I immediately think like, which franchise would I want to kill right now,
Yeah.
so that later can be brought back
Sure.
better?
Which one would you bring? Which one would you kill?
I don't
Transformers.
know. I'm trying to think. That's perfect. Oh man, I would have loved to ruin Transformers, so that it has a chance in like 5-10 years to like actually come back as a completely different.
They'll
thing.
remake it anyway.
Yeah, but no,
They'll
they're
just keep
not.
going.
They're just gonna keep remaking the same thing.
They'll throw in like Josh Hartnett or like Taylor Kitsch next, and it'll be awesome.
Like if we actually got a real reboot this time, that would have been awesome. But we didn't.
We got Mark
We got like a
Wahlberg.
soft reboot that wasn't. a reboot.
a Transformer. Is that a Transformer? I think I found it.
Yeah, spoilers. It was.
Spoilers.
Optimus
It was
Prime.
Optimus Prime.
Yeah.
I only saw the first Transformers movie, and it was too fast. The action was all muddled, and so I never went and saw any of the other ones because also I just didn't care. I didn't understand why they were taking something that should be cheesy and silly, like in the '80s respect, and make it into something that's a little more of like a serious action movie. It's the same thing with G.I. Joe. When Rise of Cobra came out, I think that's the first one, the first G.I. Joe, right?
I think that was the second one.
Oh, okay, well I went to the first one. Maybe that was just G.I. Joe.
I think it was G.I. Joe.
I went with Hillary Goldstein, our old editor in chief.
Oh no, the first one was Rise of Cobra. I think the second one was Retaliation.
And I'm a
Retaliation.
big G.I. Joe fan. Like big old G.I. Joe fan. I fucking love G.I. Joe.
How tall are you?
What?
You're a big G.
Oh, okay. I don't like that joke.
Greg's
I've
in one of
been-
his moods, by the way.
I was having great jokes.
And
about
I was so disappointed about how just terrible it was. You know, like G.I. Joe has always been like comical without trying to be comical. It was like campy and weird, you know, and everyone's in bright colors, and the villains especially are like amazing. It's an amazing cast of like just awesome villains with awesome get-ups on and stuff like that, and they just made it all serious in an action movie. That always disappointed me, so I just feel like they took these two great things from my childhood, Transformers and G.I. Joe, and just fucking mainstreamed the shit out of them for the 21st century and ruined them. You know? So like how do you take one of these franchises and ruin them? Do what they did with Transformers. Do what they did with G.I. Joe.
That's the problem when I stop to think about this question and I start running through franchises to ruin in my head. Transformers, I think, is already ruined. You know what I mean? I was like, oh, mate, what?
Definitively.
And you're like, what am I sick of? I'm like, I don't know, Saw. Well, no, that Saw is ruined. It's been around too much. You know
Saw
what I
was
mean?
awesome in the beginning. Remember that?
Paranormal Activity is
was
coming
awesome
back
for
around. Paranormal Activity got weak there in the end, but it's coming. It's going to rebound here. I totally believe in Paranormal Activity.
No, but see, the thing about Transformers, though, is for as bad as the movies are, the movies brought the best series the show ever had. So it's like because of the shittiness, there had to be someone that was like, oh, fuck, we need to do something with this. It brought Transformers to the public eye in a way it hasn't been since '96 with Beast Wars, and before that, the damn '80s.
Yeah.
You know? And it's just
So you're
like,
saying the ends justify the means?
yeah.
Okay.
It's a necessary evil. So that's what I'm saying. I want to ruin the movies even more. And when I say, this is weird, I'm going on some weird sneaky stuff. Because it's like, I need to get these movies, I need to ruin the movies financially. I need to make these movies
they can't
not
make money.
perform. Yeah. It's not about ruining the franchise at that point. It's about ruining Michael
Bottom
Bay.
line. Yeah.
Because as far as I understand, like I read a lot of Variety on the train. I'm not much of an entertainment guy, but it comes up on Drudge every once in a while and stuff, and they always talking about how these movies are bombing or not making as much money. Even the new Transformers movie, it didn't bomb, but it didn't make like as much money as they thought. But then the overseas take always makes every movie profitable. Like
China's the big deal now, right?
yeah, well, with that movie, but I think even like what was that really big Disney disaster?
Frozen?
No, Frozen.
Maleficent.
No, the
Princess and the Frog.
the
Lone
one about
Ranger.
the Lone Ranger. Yeah, like that movie apparently bombed, but like they made still like a ton of money overseas, and I don't know if it like became profitable, but everyone talks about it like it's this bomb, but like actually they might have like actually kind of broken even on it.
Yeah, there's something like 35 overseas markets that people like target to actually make money. The biggest of which is China, obviously, and now everyone's super scared because China is now starting to make their own films, and they have for years, but now they're flirting with making their own blockbuster films. And if that's the case, then basically our entire market will just collapse in the States. If they don't need our films anymore, if Hollywood isn't seen as Hollywood in the rest of the world, that's going to be dangerous for the
Well, they
industry.
better start making some new movies and stop rebooting everything.
Well, when you think about it, though, when they reboot all this stuff, like with Transformers and Fast and Furious, it's not a reboot, but like all these things, when you look at it, so much of the films take place internationally, and like that's why. Like Transformers 4, half of it was in China. It's because they're marketing to China because they know that's where they're going to make the money. Fast and Furious is always in like 10 million different places because they're like trying to like appease
Well, they also get money from China. So the Chinese government will pay if you have a movie in their country that makes their country look awesome.
Should we
Well,
shoot
they're
this show there?
I want
every
that China money.
We're not in China?
It's
week?
just
Might as well be.
China,
We're in the
I
sun.
don't know.
I just think that the movie industry is in for a collapse anyway, just because budgets. It's like gaming. Budgets are too big. There's too many movies. People only have a certain amount of time and money to spend on these things, and there's no new ideas. It's just totally vapid. Like I look at like some of these movies, and I'm like, what the fuck? Where are the good ideas? Like the last really, I don't want to say the last one, but like one of the last movies I can really think of that was like a really bold new idea that felt fresh, and was interesting and was exciting was Inception. When you like think about a movie like that, I was like, that's fucking dope. You know?
Did you see the trailer for Interstellar? His next movie?
Yeah, that one looks
cool.
rad too. And like I like these, like we talked about it, I think with Inception. Like I didn't realize that like a lot of the principal actors on that took like no money to make that movie because no one really believed it was going to do well, and they decided that like they were going to take of the tickets, and they ended up making a fortune because they believed in the product. And I don't know much about movies, but I just see a lot of the ones that aren't commercials for on TV or whatever that I see, and I'm just like, none of this looks good. It's like this. It's a Marvel movie. It's a fucking superhero movie. It's
Yeah,
like
but even
blah,
if it
blah,
doesn't
blah, blah,
look
blah,
good,
blah, blah.
it's still making more money. And every time these movies comes out, they just break more records. That's the thing. As long as these movies keep breaking records, like movies aren't going away.
I don't think movies are going away, but it's unsustainable. And remember that, like, the take at the box office is not adjusted for inflation. It's not adjusted for, everyone talks about like Gone with the Wind or like some of these great movies, A New Hope, Titanic, even. Like, these movies, I think more people saw Titanic than saw some of the movies that are breaking records in 21st century because the tickets were cheaper. It's about how much money they're making now. They're selling tickets for $15.
We also didn't have 3D and IMAX as prevalent as it is now. So a lot of that you can't really account for.
The good old days.
That's now.
No. Before all
Back
that
when
crap.
they stopped charging
When
you
it's just
$15
a
for a
normal
3D
movie.
ticket. Yeah.
You don't have to
terrible.
worry about your friends who want to see it in 3D or IMAX. But you just go see the movie.
Go see it.
It's on the screen.
It's just unsustainable.
I want it off the
It's
screen.
totally unsustainable. There might be one or two, just like there are one or two big blockbuster games a year, right? Like Grand Theft Auto 5 made $1 billion in a day. Like, Call of Duty will come out or whatever, and that's gonna be big. Then it's gonna be smaller. Destiny's gonna be big. But like, think about all the games that come out in between that kind of just fall through the cracks. And there's a lot of movies too, except for the investment in a lot of these movies is greater. So I look at it like, the stock market's booming right now. Well, it's unsustainable, and so is the housing market in San Francisco, and so is all of these different things. And the movie industry is just unsustainable too. They have to get their budgets back in check, make some new movies. No one wants. They reboot random shit that no one wants. Why are you rebooting Total Recall?
Right.
First of all, what was wrong with the original Total Recall? It was a great movie. Why are you rebooting it?
They are rebooting Goosebumps.
Yeah,
That's
Goosebumps
crazy.
is getting a movie.
Wait, hold on.
Cops.
Time out. Is Goosebumps the movie a reboot of Goosebumps? There was no Goosebumps movie before in a theater.
Well, series.
No,
yeah, there was
there's no-
awesome
sorry.
books. There was an awesome TV show, but there wasn't a movie.
I mean, there was TV movies, but yeah, this movie's actually just
It's about R.L. Stein and his monsters. It seems cool.
it's taking all of the different like storylines into one.
Yeah, it seems cool.
thing.
It's a good
I'm
idea.
excited.
Yeah, it's got me interested.
I
I read
read
those books.
Goosebumps.
Yeah, I
love
read
the
the
Goosebumps.
books too. Were you?
I want an
He was
Animorphs
too
movie.
old.
That'd be dope.
You want
A what?
Animorphs movie.
Oh, they said
What's that
Animaniacs.
go?
I thought you said Adam West movie. I was like,
I'd go for an Adam
I'd
West
love
movie
that.
too.
Him
Yeah.
turning into a bat on the cover.
Guys, I'm a
Seeing
bat.
that morph scene.
That was my Adam
It's
West.
pretty bad.
Do your
Like your shit. It was like
what were
a
you
Shatner.
doing? Your Alan Rickman?
Alan Rickman. You want it?
Yeah.
You got it. Yippee-ki-yay, motherfucker.
It's not even close. It's like it's 0%.
That's what he says.
That's
That's
what he
spot on.
says.
I close my eyes. Am I in that scene in Die Hard? Yippee!
Alan, is that you?
Motherfucker. Spot on.
It's perfect. It's perfect.
It's perfect.
If Walken was playing that,
I hope more movies. Yeah, I hope rather than remake stuff, they re-release them. Ghostbusters is coming back out.
Yeah.
I always hope that if that does extremely
Okay,
well,
getting
people
back to
would
the-
see.
Getting
they
back to
should
the
do it.
question, how would you ruin Ghostbusters? It's about to come out.
I would make a third one, or I would reboot it, because it's gonna be fucking trash when it comes out. It's
think?
gonna be all slapstick and stupid. It's all gonna be all green screen and shitty effects and
What
stupid
if-
Ben Stiller jokes. I guarantee Ben Stiller somehow attached this project. I guarantee this is a
What
new
if- okay,
Ghostbusters film
I'm
has
gonna-
the stink of Ben Stiller all over it.
I'm going to throw out this cast for you.
This one is
Okay.
dedicated to you, Ben Stiller.
I'm going to throw out the
Crazy
cast for you.
motherfucker.
This is the cast in the new Ghostbusters.
Here, let's go.
Okay, Michael B. Jordan.
I don't know who that is.
He's the kid from The Wire. He's great.
Chronicle.
He's also in
Thank
Chronicle.
you for a popular movie he's been in.
Yeah, The Wire is just arguably the best
He
TV
was in that
show of
awkward
all
moment.
time.
Okay,
He
so
was in the awkward. Oh,
That
awkward
awkward
moment.
moment.
The Zac Efron friend.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's him.
Zac
got-
Efron.
You're probably gonna have
John,
Zac
I love
Efron.
Zac Efron.
The other
You're
guy
gonna have
from that moment.
You're gonna
The
have
awkward
Channing
moment.
Tatum,
Okay.
and you're gonna have Jonah Hill. Those
Yeah.
are your Ghostbusters.
Yeah, I knew Jonah Hill would be in this too.
Are you okay with that cast?
No, I don't want them to. I mean, first off, that cast is fine. That's a
Yeah.
fine cast of gentlemen. I enjoy their works and their wares.
Right.
I don't need them to be in this movie. I don't.
And the
we
whole
don't
time
need.
they're talking about ghost penis. There's like ghost penis in the movie.
And here's the other thing: you're totally blowing past. There'll be a female Ghostbuster this time around.
You think
your
so?
cast is already invalid.
What if it was Emma Stone?
Zoe Saldana.
Who is Zoe Saldana?
Oh, she's hot. Guardians of the Galaxy.
She is in too many things. I do not want her.
Emma Stone.
This isn't up to you wanting. It's what you don't want.
Sally Jesse Raphael.
This is ruining
Of course, she should be Janine. She can be the new Janine.
Sally Jesse, right? You know she's older than Annie Potts. You can just get Annie Potts.
Emma Stone, yeah. Emma Stone is another good pick, but she's. See,
Zac Efron.
you're picking a bunch of people who are played out.
Sally Jesse Raphael.
With the exception of Michael Jordan.
Michael Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan. No, that is his name. Michael B. Jordan is a badass.
Sorry, I didn't throw
need
the
the
B.
B.
Sorry,
I don't
I didn't
know.
throw the
It changed
fucking
it.
B
I
in
want
the middle
Michael
of it.
Jordan in
It'll
it.
be Zac Efron, Michael B. Jordan, and reintroducing Sally Jesse Raphael.
as Annie Potts' character that I can't remember her name.
Janine.
Janine. Whose special
Slimer.
guest appearance by Geraldo Rivera.
See, that's gonna be a thing too. They're gonna have some stupid celebrity voice for a ghost in there, like a bunch of assholes.
It'll
I want to
Bill
be the
Murray.
person that voiced Casper in the '90s movie.
What if, I'm throwing this out there, the cast that I just named has to fight the old Ghostbusters because they're dead now and they're ghosts.
That's actually a fun one. I like that. I like that
They
baseline. Yeah.
Okay.
Listen, they shouldn't.
Or they have to get on like Bill Murray's ghost to help them out a little bit. It's the ghost of Bill
See,
Murray.
even that's the problem is doing that. It's gonna be the caricature Bill Murray. It's not gonna be Venkman. You know what I
Right.
mean? It's gonna be this like goofy Venkman ghost.
Oh, Venkman was so
But here's the thing you guys are missing. See, like, and Greg and I don't see eye to eye really on a lot
On
of these
anything.
movies. Like, I think Ghostbusters is good. I don't think it's great. I think Back to the Future is good. I don't think it's great. There are many better '80s movies,
Whoa, what?
but many better '80s movies, like Indiana Jones, for instance. But why do we need to go? This is what I'm talking about. Leave Ghostbusters the fuck alone. Like, that lives in its space and time, and it's good. It's fine. It's what they should have done with Indiana Jones before they fucking ruined it. You know, and it's certainly what they should have done with Star Wars before they ruined it. So. I feel like this is what I'm saying. New ideas, fresh ideas. Get these actors to, get a writer in a fucking room
This is the same
and
problem.
make something new.
This is the same problem with video games that we're always talking about. Like sequels sell. Falling back on a brain people know will get them out to see it. That's why they do it, and it sucks. And that's why we keep coming back to the same thing.
I like to think that there's a few people that are attached to these projects that are like, I really want to see another Ghostbusters. Like, I never got into the Ghostbusters when I was a kid, and I really want to be back in that world.
Yeah.
And sometimes, every once in a while, you'll get a franchise that's rebooted because of that, and good things happen.
See, I think that's on TV. You see that a lot with TV.
I can't think of an example.
Can't think of a
That's the
single
thing. I can't
example.
think of an example
right
for
now.
movies either. But like, and going back to what I was just saying about Transformers, the best Transformers show ever just happened, and that's because people that are like our age are like doing that stuff, like that grew up with it. Like, this is what I would want out of this. And Ninja Turtles, same thing. The Ninja Turtle show going right now. Sorry, everybody, it's the best Ninja Turtle show, hands down. And that's because it's people. It's like Colin making a Ninja Turtle show. You know what you want that to be.
It's all
That's
political.
what this show
They're
is.
taking down despots and stuff.
Yeah.
I gotta tell you, I finally saw, because it's like on TV now, like the Ninja Turtle. Like, I just avoided it because I just feel like it's kind of sacrilegious to do like this Ninja Turtles, the shit that they're doing now. But I saw like what they look like in the movie. Are you fucking kidding me?
It's like 9
Are
feet
you
tall.
fucking kidding me with the way the Ninja Turtles look in that movie? Like, look at the 1989 movie and how perfect that is. It's fucking perfect.
They were perfect.
It was perfect.
They were
And when you watch it
perfect.
today,
They
it
were
really,
spot on perfect.
dude, it was awesome. Like, it was totally awesome. Like, it worked. It,
was
just
so
worked.
good.
Everyone in that movie is awesome. And you know how I have a huge thing for Casey Jones, and he was like, he was like so amazing in that movie. And this is what they have now. Leonardo in a fucking Pizza Hut commercial stabbing a goddamn pizza, looking like an idiot. Donatello has all this fucking shit all over his face. Like, I'm like,
Gadgets. Gizmos. Come
it's
on,
too
man.
much. It's too, and this is what I'm saying. Just leave it alone.
Yeah.
You know, just
Yeah,
leave it
there's money to be
alone.
made. Like, Spider-Man had to deliver mail for those commercials. Do you see those? Where it's like, how are we going to get this mail there fast?
Spider-Man.
And then
He's
take
going to
it.
sell it from.
And then they
the
had,
get.
but then they had the guy. We'll get the cranes for you, Spider-Man.
Spidey, we're gonna swing these cranes over.
Let me just call everyone that's clearly not working tonight.
10:45 on a Friday.
Get him down on my cool radio. I'm C. Thomas
I know they
Howell.
evacuated the whole town, but we're all doing we only do the crane work block by block, and we all work on one street as we go. It's New York, am I right? Hey.
That's the best part of that movie.
That was a pretty good. That was pretty good. A consistent accent.
Thank you.
that
That's
was
the
good.
one accent I do correctly.
Do you want to hear my New York accent?
Yeah.
Oh Jesus.
It's fine. Get the crane. Move it. Hey.
Move it.
Move it over to the thing. Rotate it. The crane.
That's also pretty
Thanks,
good.
guys.
That's also pretty
That's
good.
really
That's my
good.
New York accent.
I just finished watching The Sopranos because my girlfriend never saw it. I really love that show. And just the accents just bring me home, and they're just so good. Like, yeah, like when some. That's my favorite thing because my family, and I'm sure your family does that too. When someone's like, we're all gathered around eating or just talking, and someone says something like inappropriate, I was like, oh,
Yeah,
like everyone really, like everyone, like
The
does
old
that.
school,
Like, it's so awesome.
the older Italians
Yeah.
definitely do that. They'll just do that for anything.
And even my brother does because my brother is an old man Italian now.
Is he?
So, oh yeah,
I
he's
can't
40,
wait. Oh, I can't wait.
and so he's just an old Italian man now, just straight up.
I just desperately want to be like a size 48 pants, wearing it around my like tits, because that's how far they have to wear them up there to keep them up, like right above the gut line. And then every time the pasta hits the table, I'm super excited for it, but I don't show it my O. I give them an O of like I'm disappointed. I was like, oh,
Really?
even though I'm gonna eat the hell out of that
Why
pasta.
would you do that?
Because all old Italian men are disappointed.
Oh.
They just are.
Where's the gabagool?
Hey, oh,
Oh, Where's the Brissette?
Where's my seat?
Swing that crane over that Spider-Man.
It's fine. Spider-Man's in the air. Let's
that
help.
out?
All right,
Hey.
so to ruin a movie franchise,
help 'em
just
out.
keep doing what you're doing in Hollywood. That's
Yeah.
the way. That's
I was
the
gonna
answer.
say something
just ruin
like
everything.
make the Halo movie, but cast like someone really terrible as
Who?
Master Chief,
Who is your chief?
Sally Jesse Raphael.
like a Pauly Shore.
So
Holy shore.
Like,
That would be
imagine
fucking awesome.
If he got yacked out, or like, remember when we saw Freddie Prinze Jr. when he was in Comic-Con,
Yeah.
and you're like, why is he so buff? Because he's huge. I'm like, what if you did Freddie Prinze Jr.? Actually, he'd probably make a badass Master
yeah, you
Chief.
could.
I take that back.
I think we like Freddie Prinze, don't we?
I love Freddie
Isn't
Prinze
he?
Jr.
He's appreciated.
Do we like him? Do we like
in the
Freddie
nerd
Prinze Jr.?
universe?
I love
I like
Freddie
him.
Prinze.
Yeah, who doesn't
You know
like
why?
Freddie
I'll tell you
Prinze
one
Jr.?
reason why.
She's all that.
He was on 3 episodes of Psych. And he was
Psych's so good.
awesome. He was
Psych's
awesome
really
on it. He started off as like a dude who was like buffed out, dating a hot chick, but then by the end of the episode, you figure out that he's a nerd, and he's been hiding that from her the whole time. But she's also been hiding the fact that she's a nerd from him.
Oh.
So it's awesome. He has like a man cave
It always reminds you though. She's all that. That movie used to infuriate the fuck out of me when I was like,
because they were like, dude, that girl's hideous.
I know, like that girl's so hot. Like, what are you talking about?
Rachel
Also-
Lee
Like,
Cook.
what are you?
also did a whole season of Psych. Everyone came back to Psych at some point. It was amazing.
Dude, it's so like Greg and I talked about that. It's just so ridiculous.
Oh, she was
like
hot.
she's arguably hotter as the artist chick.
Then she was the
Yeah,
rest of the
like
movie.
what? Yeah, like and I'm like, and everyone was like, this chick's fucking hideous. I'm like, what the? What are you talking about?
Paul
like,
Walker's
she's
the guy in there, right?
gorgeous. Yeah, he's in that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was the,
He's the bad
guy
guy.
that
Wait,
makes
this
the-
this reminds me. So they make fun of that storyline in Not Another Teen Movie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Chris Evans.
Yeah.
I just remembered that like a week ago. That Chris Evans.
Dude.
Chris Evans, talented man.
He was
Not a
awesome.
team-
man.
not
That
a
movie was
team.
awesome.
Not Another Teen Movie is awesome. My favorite thing was that they make fun of Varsity Blues.
And they have Billy Bob play
yeah,
Billy Bob.
yeah, and he's like, he has like he's like all fucked up, and he has a concussion. And the coach is just fucking like,
Yeah.
has him like taped to like the guy next to or whatever. I was like, that's brilliant stuff. That was the beginning of the Scary Movie whole.
Yeah.
Well, Scary Movie was first, wasn't it?
Scary Movie was first. I
Yeah,
think, and then
Scary
Not
Movie
Another Teen
first. I remember we lost. I've never seen a theater come apart like
Yeah.
for that trailer because none of us knew what it was. This is before the internet was like showing you everything.
Yeah.
And so we're sitting there for whatever movie we were watching. I think American Pie maybe or something along those lines.
hell yeah.
And Scream had already been so huge, and that trailer came on and the place and they did like the "Was Up"
Yeah.
thing with the mat. Oh Jesus, so good.
Dude, Scary Movie 2 even.
Yeah, I saw.
Hilarious.
Yeah, Scary Movie 2 was good.
Was that the one with Chris? Where they're in the mansion?
In the mansion, like to go to the door
right.
and there's the balls.
That's the guy with the hand. Like, take my hand.
yeah. That's great. What the hell's that guy's name?
Chris Elliott.
Chris Elliott, dude. Did you guys ever see Cabin Boy?
Yes.
It's genius. Genius.
Did you ever
I
watch the
don't-
show Get a Life?
Yes, it was genius.
Yeah, and it was. And God, everyone hated that show. It was so good. So good.
I thought it was so funny. I was a huge Chris Elliott fan back in the day, and I don't know where his career went.
He just,
He
he,
just
he's
dropped
got that
off.
Chris Elliott money now.
He made all the money and residuals off Groundhog Day, and he's like, peace.
Oh, that movie was so good.
I got to give a shout out though. The first 3 Scary Movies I actually think are really funny.
3?
Yeah. The
No,
first
dude. 3 fell
Because
apart.
no, 3 is the one with Leslie Nielsen in it. Like at the end when he plays the president, he's like fucking hilarious in that movie. Like that was one of his last roles, and it was like really
Also has Dirt Nasty.
It was really really fun. I thought I saw that in the theater.
I thought after one they all
I'd say
started falling apart.
It's
No,
no,
2
it's,
is awesome.
It's
I
no
don't-
Joe
I
Dirt.
remember liking it.
It's no Joe,
Joe
Dirt.
Dirt's amazing.
Joe Dirt.
That movie's rough. That movie's fucking rough.
Go down to Whamburger, get yourself some French fries.
See, Joe Dirt was a special thing for me because I was at the perfect age that the whole him and the hot air balloon. I can see down your shirt. Oh God, my entire class would go on the roof of my school and just scream at 3rd grade girls.
What are these
but
kids
whatever.
doing? They're
Why are those
quoting
kids
Joe
on the
Dirt.
roof? Why are there kids on the
Was
roof?
that when
of
you
the
jumped
school?
off the Was that when you jumped off the roof?
I did not jump off the roof. I cried on the roof.
Oh, okay.
Nick,
Yes.
we've come to the point now where people get to vote on your next topic.
All right, guys. So we have 2 more topics from Twitter. If you made it this far in this episode, congratulations. You get to pick on next week. So click. Are they clicking somewhere?
Yeah, topic one's
So
over
topic
there.
1's over there, and topic
Topic.
1's going to be pros and cons of having kids. Topic 2 is going to be how to get over a breakup. So
Man.
click on both of them, watch both of them,
Wait,
and then like whichever one you want to actually be the topic next
So I was playing with this dog.
What
What's
are the
that?
topics?
Pros and cons of having kids, and how to get over a bad
Okay,
breakup.
so if you want to talk about pros and cons of having kids, click on Superman's face here.
if you
Just that one pixel.
If you want to talk about what was the other one?
how to get over a bad
How
breakup,
to get over a bad
Oh,
breakup.
it's over there.
you can click
Click,
on
over there.
click on Tim's
nipple
nipple.
on his left nipple,
Left
on his
nipple?
right,
His
on the
left
left
nipple.
nipple. The hairy one.
Pixel perfect.
It's the hairier one of the 2.